Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday. The weather is really good in Atlanta, and then I made this short video to answer the questions from my Facebook friend. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how you can introduce yourself in Korean. Okay, initially, when you try to send a first message to your Facebook friend, what is that? This introduction in Korean will be the maybe it is typical. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so when you introduce yourself, in Korean, these are typical conversation that you can initialize what is that your friendship with other Koreans. So first, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. This is more likely hi in English. Okay, so or you can just say 안녕, 안녕, or hi, how are you, something like that. Okay. Usually, actually, 안녕 means that how are you doing today, something like that. So are you well, or are you okay, something like that. Okay. So that is the deep meaning of this. 안녕하세요, 안녕. 안녕 means that more likely, you know, you ask, how you are doing, what's your status, something like that. Okay. So this is more likely hi. Of course, we are supposed to say hi, for when you meet the, you know, what is that, a person, for the first time. Okay. And we always say 반갑습니다. 반갑습니다 means that it is nice to see you. Okay. It is nice to meet you. Or how do you do? Something like that. Okay. So if you say 반갑습니다, it'll bring the what is that more smooth conversation with the others. Okay, and then you told him or her your name here. 저는, this is my name, 원우섭입니다. And also in this case what is that, last name comes first, because Korean people usually say last name first, and then first name last. Okay, so if you are George Michael, okay, right, and then you are supposed to say Mark George or something like that. It doesn't matter actually, but because we are not living in traditional era, right? So you can tell them your name as you say in your country. Okay, but you may need to, what is that, say that which one is your last name, which one is your first name. Okay, because you may need to what is that, tell them your first name more, right? So in my case is Wooseop. Wooseop is my first name, right? And they are gonna call me my first name Wooseop. Of course, I will tell them my first name is Wooseop. Okay, and then you are supposed to say where you are living. I don't know why, most Koreans, are very curious, what's your name, what's your age, and where you are living. So this is very typical. So in this case, 저는 미국 애틀란타에 살고요, which means that I'm living in Atlanta, in the United States, right? Oh, by the way, I said 저는. 저 means that it's more likely I, but it is more likely polite version of the to express yourself. I, okay. Actually, there are two big different form of what is that? What is that? Speaking in Korean, a polite version and normal version. Okay, and sometimes you need to be more polite to the others, you know, to express respect. Okay, as I told you in my last video, what is that? Korean society it is more based on Confucianism. Okay, so of course while you are having conversation with the others, you are supposed to respect, but it is more likely therefore you are supposed to use a polite version of Korean language. Okay, so actual deep meaning of polite version is you need to what is it, more likely you are supposed to be show them a respect which is you become low level. It, it is kind of awkward, but that's what is happening in Korea actually. Okay, and then your age. 저는 25살입니다. Actually, not I'm not 25 years old, but this is just an example. Okay, 저는 25살입니다. Okay, later on we are gonna study about how to count. Okay, about the numbers. How you can where is that where is it where is that read know those numbers in Korean. Okay, and then you go forward. It's time to what you want to say to the other. Okay, so first of all, if you say these two, then you will have a more whereas a friendly conversation. Okay, so 친구가 되어서 기쁩니다. This means that I'm happy to be your friend or one of your friends. Okay, and 그리고 the lastly 우리가 서로 좋은 친구가 될 수 있었으면 합니다. This means that I hope we can be a good friend to each other. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope was this video will be useful for your journey to make a Korean friend more. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask me in YouTube or Facebook. Okay, and also please subscribe on my channel. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.